What up, guys? I'm in Midtown Atlanta. We just filmed some VSLs at the roof of Sora. It's a tall building here. I still got the boot on because my Achilles is all messed up. Waiting for my friend Quinn, who's an engineer at Google. Hit an M440, and now he just got an M4 convertible. So I'm super excited to see it, take a ride, get a vlog going, and we're gonna go up to Cumming to see the progress on my car. So can't wait, guys. Let's go. Check out that X6 going by. Got a Corvette. See where Quinn is. Oh shit, I think that's him. Oh snap. Oh snap. Yo, this thing looks so good. Woo. What up, bro? Brother? Damn, bro, congrats, bro.
Thank you. I should drop the top for you to see.
Okay. Dude, we're gonna get the impressions of an M440 owner going to an M4 comp. Yeah, and not just any comp, like a straight up new one.
Yeah, it's a big day.
Oh, it sounds like an intake is on this already.
No, it's stock, man.
It's stock.
It's just a convertible. You can hear everything, bro. Fucking wild.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Fam, look at this. What a crazy upgrade. I don't even think he had the M440 for like less than a year.
Yeah, I had it for about 6 months.
6 months, and then he was like, you know what? Let's get the freaking convertible.
No, it's a funny story. I'll tell you why I bought it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when the car was for driving.
Oh, sure.
It's a long story. Yeah. And then the little mirror caps.
Oh, yeah. The laser lights.
Okay, the laser.
That's the freaking on the gray. This is Drive It gray.
Yeah, drive it.
So it's got gold speckle in it. You can see in the light.
Yeah.
I'm still hobbling, guys, but this thing looks crazy. All right, guys, we actually put the top down. Quinn is gonna start it. It is louder, obviously, because you can hear everything. Oh yeah, it's deep. It's actually pretty deep. Oh shit. Yeah, really. Oh shit. I'm ready. Check it out, fam. Imagine you pull up to dinner, right? And you're with your girl. And before you even valet the car, you put the top up or the top down. It's just such a boss move. That's so lit. All he's missing is, like, you know, the golf clubs in the back now. With Quinn, guys, we're doing a lore drop. So as young men out there, you have to go through experiences, right?
Yeah.
And what we talk about a lot is when you go through something negative, the pieces of you might be shattered. But what is in the space between of those pieces is up to you to fill in the gaps, right? You're gonna put yourself back together. And you can fill the spaces in between with different energy, different love, right? So when you put yourself back together, one of the things you can do is maybe get an N4 convertible. But let's hear the story. Let me flip the camera.
I don't know if you've heard about it, but are you familiar with Mount Athos by any chance?
No, is it in Greece?
It's in Greece. So I recently solo traveled for a month in Greece, but this was the highlight. So Mount Athos, if you can imagine, I would pull up a picture, but those Greek Orthodox monks, you know, with the huge, all black and huge beards. I actually stayed with them for a weekend. Right?
Oh my God.
So it's funny. So to get accepted, they only accept 10 people a day who are non-Orthodox Christians. And I'm like, I'm trying to build some dad lore, you know, science type stuff. And I'm like doing stuff like this, right? Learn from these people. I mean, I really am a big proponent of that, of experiences, doing something that's uncomfortable. I literally went to a different country and lived with some monks, basically traveled back to the Byzantine Empire. Like, it was crazy. But the reason I got this car is because to get to this mountain, you have to fly to a town, then take a charter bus 3 hours to the coast.
Oh my God.
Then take a ferry 2 hours from there to the base of the mountain, and then at the base of a mountain, a monk in a jeep will drive you up. So it's like, it's out there, right? It's so out there. But due to weather, I was scheduled to be on the mountain for 3 days. They give you like a permit. It's on like parchment paper and all that. It's crazy. You got a stamp on it. But due to weather, I couldn't stay the whole 3 days. I was landlocked for 2 days due to weather. So I took this as a sign. I'm like, maybe God is telling me something. So I started, I was in my hotel and I started browsing M4s. And I thought about it. I'm like, wouldn't it be so badass to after hanging out with these monks, you know, they have a vow of silence when they eat. Yeah, a big wooden table, like you're in Skyrim, is a vow of silence. A guy in the corner is reading the Bible. It's crazy. I'm like, what if after that experience, I just do the exact opposite and come home to an M4? So it took 2 days. I full sent it, bought a car while abroad, running up my roaming, my roaming charges. But I felt like the man,
Yeah.
And my salesman thought I was bullshitting them because I was trying to drive a hard deal on the price and stuff. And I was telling him like, yo, we gotta agree on this. My phone's going in the locker in 2 hours. I'm about to go to a monastery. He probably thought I was bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? I was telling him, I'm about to stay with some monks. Can we agree on a price? I don't have my phone all weekend. He probably thought I was bullshitting, but we managed to agree on something. I picked up my car after landing the day after.
Oh my God.
And I showed him pictures, and he was like, holy shit, you weren't bullshitting. You actually stayed with some monks. But these people are intense, man. Straight like wizard level, all black, huge beards.
Right.
They wake up at 1 a.m. every day. So I woke up at 1 a.m. They had the whole church service from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Then we ate, vow of silence, all that. And then you repeat that in the afternoon. And
oh my God.
It was a beautiful thing. I'm still trying to, I think, incorporate what I learned from them and just the whole experience, because that's like a one in a lifetime thing,
So you went from a religious experience abroad to a religious experience in a German car.
Yeah, it's you gotta live life, man.
You have to live life.
Two extremes.
That's true, actually.
I don't believe in middle balance. I actually don't have work-life balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's either for a period I go straight up monk mode, literally,
right,
or I flip-flop and I'll like party a bunch, go to raves, stuff like that. But there's no middle for me.
And I think with time, that middle will get just honed, like you're sharpening what actually is your average, but you don't want to be in the middle of the pack for anything, right? You want to be an outlier. So if you have a lot of experiences that are what you would consider outlier experiences, you're not going to be a middle of the pack person.
Exactly.
A lot of it is also spiritual. You're going to go through things in those experiences when you're pushing the limit. And you'll either break or you'll find that you can surpass your human limitations, your perceived limitations.
The M4 isn't the goal. This is only a reflection of your inner self.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you experience and you go through trials and tribulations, it makes you stronger, it hones you, you understand yourself. This is just something external that kind of reflects that. But truly what you should be chasing is self-excellence, self-knowledge and discovery, and experiences, right?
That's right. That's 100% right. You think like New York, it's crazy, but like Atlanta is so different, And one thing, being Asian, we're both from Asian families. When I had the money to buy a nice car, I didn't even think about buying the nicest car because I thought that would be like too showing off, like too much showing off, right? So that's actually why I got a Q60 and why I got like and this is funny, I got like the base middle of the package, like 3-liter, not the red sport, like the 300 horsepower one. You could get a 400 horsepower one, I got a 300 horsepower one. And then the more I thought about life, like as things went on, if you have the money, go for it and don't care what other people think.
Send it.
Yeah, there's no honor in trying to be humble all the time when it's not serving your best interests. Trying to be humble, because in Asian communities, especially when we come to America, we make ourselves small so that we're not noticed, right? When things are going wrong for other people, we're not going to step in because we're really scared that it's going to impact us. And the same thing, like if you get a nice car, you think suddenly you're going to become like targeted, or you're going to be seen in a negative light. And it's just stepping through that fear and then showing your family that it's possible. Originally, when you get something nice, Asian families can like start like shitting on you, like they can actually psychologically bring you down. Yeah, like backhanded compliments. But you stay at it and you prove to them like, no, this is really who I am. Like I'm at this level. Then they actually will change their perception, their mental, image of you and what's possible changes. That's the most amazing thing.
That's the exact same process I went through, right? Of course, they thought maybe I was joking, but once they realized like you're actually on your grind and you can achieve whatever you say you're going to achieve, it just changes. And that's with everybody. That's not even just with Asian families. That's with everybody. Yeah. Right. You need to prove. It kind of sucks, but you have to prove yourself. But if you believe it deep down, it's only a matter of time. It's inevitability. It's gonna happen. You just got to get there. That's it.
You see the boot, fam. But you also see the special buttons that only the convertible gets. Those are the neck warmers.
You feeling it on your neck right there?
Let me get back a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It also has cooled seats, which you don't get in the bucket seats, which is nice. Especially if you got a girl in the car in the summertime.
Oh, summertime, your legs are...
This is gonna be the summertime whip, man.
Can't wait.
And it's all-wheel drive though, so you can drive it anytime, honestly.
Can't wait.
So we were talking about Mount Athos before. There's a whole backstory, is there?
Yeah, so the reason this place is famous is because women haven't been allowed there since it opened. It's the world's oldest monastic community. So it opened like 800, so Byzantine Empire. You go there, you kind of step back in time, but it became famous. And the reason I found out about it, because I was like scrolling on Instagram, I saw like a meme. But basically, there was once this monk whose mom died during childbirth, right?
Oh.
So his mom died during childbirth, and he was kind of adopted onto the monastery there. And he lived there his whole life, and he died there. So he might have been the only person in history to have never seen a woman in his life.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's like ultimate, like virgin, like never seen a woman ever. That's wild. Oh, he wants to play.
Oh no, we were just talking about these.
Yeah, he wants to play a little.
This is the GT86.
I like him, man.
Yeah,
We got the smoke tails.
I got the smoke taillights on that.
Yeah.
We were just saying in 2012 the BRZ was my poster car. It's so funny, like what you think is like unattainable when you're younger, and then you just like you just blow past levels that you didn't think were possible.
Oh yeah. I think he kind of wants to line up. I don't know. He wants me to chase him.
That's all right.
Yeah. Mount Athos, man. They're crazy.
You know, the thing with Quinn is like one day he'll be looking at something, next day he's actually there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Dude, you have to get your dad lore up.
oh yeah.
You have to. Solo travel is my biggest thing.
Solo travel,
That
100%.
saved my life, not gonna lie. During COVID, I was like mega depressed, and if you're still in college, if you can study abroad, do it.
Yeah.
It straight up changed my life, changed my perspective. I realized I have agency in my own life. I can change my mental health. I can change my fitness, whatever. And when you travel abroad, you basically get to reinvent yourself. So if you're in college, dude, study abroad. Everybody says they wish they do that. Actually go for it.
100%.
Saved my life.
Oh,
That's kind of crazy. Oh, look at that.
He's on a fucking tire, bro. He's on a drag radial.
Yeah.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Look at that.
Oh shit.
I like the blue. That's classic.
Yeah, that's a nice blue.
That's classic, man. Oh, he's driving as well. Nice. I like that driving, bro. Oh, he's got the 25 as well.
Got the headlights on it?
Yeah, he's got the snake eyes. Look at that. He's a vet, man. Georgia veteran play. Look at that. Good for him, man. Then the Supra's coming up. I don't know if he wants to line up. Yeah, Supra's coming right now. Look at that. God, I wanted a Supra so bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then I just jumped to the 440 and then now this.
Can't beat this though.
Yeah,
there's no Supra convertible. Z4 convertible, but no Supra convertible.
Yeah.
What is that? That thing just ripped by us. It looks like a Ford Thunderbird. Oh shit.
That's how he was on my butt too, bro.
Yo, there's cops in front of us too.
Yeah, he's on my ass. He's in a rush.
It sounds bad, bro. It doesn't sound good. Oh shit.
They postponed the caffeine and upside.
I know. It's all right. Oh my god, bro. What? Yeah. What? Oh shit, the striker. The striker is special. Damn. All right, I'm not gonna show this, but this is just for myself. That's crazy. All right, go for it. Oh snap. Give it a little rev. Oh shit. Yo, why does the G83 sound so good? It sounds like it has an exhaust on it. Oh, we didn't even talk about the license plate yet. It says behaved. which was on the previous car too.
Yeah. I actually just got that again yesterday. I had to transfer over this truck. I'll wait for this truck.
Look at this, fam. We're actually in a freaking convertible M4.
I'll wait for that guy to finish. I'll do a brake boost. How about that?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh my god. I actually haven't even brake boosted this car, so that was the first. Oh my gosh. It sounds so good with the top.
Oh, it does. And it's actually really nice out now. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Classic BMW went by.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, some pops.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
So fam, Quinn had an M440, so we're gonna get a nice first-person
Yeah.
perspective on the differences.
You know, honestly, I was a little bit coping. The M440 is like 90% of like, you know, an M4, right?
Right?
It's not. The full package of this, the moment I drove on it on the test drive, this thing is just so planted. It's like a shark, man. I'm moving it. Look, moving it like
Yeah,
that.
it's so flat.
Dude, it's so flat. Like it just goes where you want it. And when you drive this, it's a little bit scary too. Like the M440, you know, it's got the comfort. You know, it's a BMW luxury, but this, you can tell, yeah, it's built from the ground up to be a street legal race car, and it really comes through in the steering that you just saw, the suspension. It feels right. I can't explain it. It just feels right. The M440, even in like Sport Plus mode with the stiffened dampers, it would roll a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just felt.
That's right. The body roll.
It felt like a Grand Tourer car, if anything. But if you have the image, I say scratch it, because I was coping. I literally went on Reddit. I'm like, is M4 worth it? Like for the M440, daily drivers better and all that. Like I get it, and I was trying to, you know, resolve myself in liking my M440 more or being content with it. But the image is there, and I'm glad I scratched it. That's all me, man. That's it. I can't. And you can do that. It's so great. It's so great. Great car. Would recommend. But that curve is unique, you said?
Yeah, the glass on the G83 is unique. See that curve? And then also the ability to put down the rear window.
Moves in such a weird way, too. I don't know how they seal that, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. And guys, the road noise is insane. We don't hear anything in here.
Yep.
for a soft top convertible. What you can hear behind me is the freaking seat warmer. I put the heat
The
neck warmer.
Yeah. Nice, man.
This man was about to do a pull with GSP right there.
Bro, you say my ass?
Wait, actually, do you know what's in here that he needs to install?
Yeah,
The Uniden R8. So if you guys are looking for a radar, you know, thing, this is the one. This is the big boy.
I need to install it. That was an L.
No, that's all good.
Oh, it's a manual.
Oh, we got the G80 manual, and we got the E63 freaking wagon.
Look at this.